Alright, so it's time to play with Sonic now. Like I said, we switch between the two characters after each stage. And whoa, wait a sec! Do you see that? Yo, my boy Sonic was leaving ripples in the water. That was like actually really, really awesome looking. Like, wow. See, that's what I like about playing through fan games that are still, you know, in that same art style, like the 2D art style that's classic, that gives you those good old school vibes. But because we're playing on obviously much better hardware. Wait! That freaking Badnik the Quick. That was not Koopa the Quick, that was Badnik the Quick. Anyway though, yeah, it stays, you know, faithful to the old art style and all that stuff, but because we're playing on that nice beefy NVIDIA GTX 980 Ti with that, what is it, i7-5960X, I believe that's the CPU I have. Whatever the best one is, that's not, you know, the new architecture. Yeah, we can get ourselves some nice, beautiful graphics around here, different effects that just wasn't possible on Genesis. So, yeah, that's what I love about fan games these days, how they kind of like try and be creative or show off the extra power of, you know, PCs, but in an art style and a way that, you know, still feels old school. It just complements it more. But alright, yo, we got ourselves that nice invincibility, and we are done with Act 1. I'm gonna have to figure out how to actually split these parts for the series. What I'm probably gonna do is, I'm probably gonna have one part be a Sonic and Tails stage, because we're getting through these really fast. Before, in my original playthrough, I was like, I'm just gonna do one zone per video or whatever, but I'm thinking what I may have to do is I may have to make it 2 zones, so that, you know, the episodes are a decent length of sorts. I guess? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway though, yo, look at this. Alright, so our gimmick around here are handles that we can grab onto to kind of let us reach different areas, so do keep an eye out for that. Because there aren't really any secrets around here, or, you know, special stages that we have to go to collect Chaos Emeralds, you don't really have to worry too much about exploring or anything like that, unless you really, really want to, just for the reward of exploring. But it's not really necessary. And god dang it, those freaking spikes from Sonic 1. Nobody likes you guys. Get out of here. Ah! I didn't even see that! Wait, give me my money. Give me my money. Give me my money. No! Took it away again. God dang it. Now I gotta be slow, like a little bee, because this game took away my rings, all my money, just looted me. Got DSP robbed. Oh god, almost jumped into that. That was close. But, so the music here, you know, it's cool and all. It's pretty nice, very, very Sonic-y. But, it's definitely the later stages that I have more of a connection to. So, yeah, once we get to those, oh my god. Just, you all are going to see a side of me that you probably don't see too often. Like, you know, it's there sometimes, but not like how you all are going to see. Alright, now, if I could just... Come on, game. God dang it, I want to just get on one of these things, but game won't let me, so... Are you kidding me right now? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I couldn't run fast enough, god dang it! Well, that hopefully will be the only death of this video, so... Yeah, honestly, this game really isn't that difficult. It's just sometimes there's going to be some enemy placement, or you're going to end up getting hurt by different boss projectiles that really aren't even that difficult. It's just, you know, sometimes you can get a little bit too clumsy, you can get a little bit too cocky. Like, you become one with Sonic and it just kind of bites you in the booty. You know, it's definitely what's happened with Sonic's reputation in gaming. But, yeah. Yeah, that man thought he could just do anything, but no, he just kind of should have stuck to his big guns. I guess in a way, kind of like me. But, alright. So we're going to do this here. Definitely a lot more platforming around here, for sure. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright. Now let's see if we can actually do this upcoming air. God dang it. Ugh. I keep falling to like these different little traps and whatnot around here that just kind of slow us down. Alright. Now if I could just... What the hello? Oh my god. You know, I don't even care. I'm just gonna hit that and we're dipping. I'm not even wasting my time on that at all. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my life. Huh? Wait, that did not... What? Okay. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Jesus. God dang it. Freaking Badnik the Quick. Alright. Be careful around here. Yeah, look at this. Like I said, it's just amazing how creators of fan games can, like, put so much attention to detail in a game like this to where it actually feels better than some of the official works. Like, I get that. What the heck? Why did I bounce downward? Hello? Okay. Anyway, though, you know, because if you play this, this feels way better than the Sonic 4 series, and I don't want you all thinking that I'm one of those, you know, Sonic 4 haters, like, oh my god, Sonic 4 is a terrible game. Like how a lot of these people are. And, you know, okay, the best way I can describe Sonic 4 is, okay, it's not a bad game, because it's not. It really isn't a bad game, but it's very disappointing for what we were supposed to get, because we were supposed to be getting a sequel to the original Sonic games, a game that lives up to those games. It didn't live up to those games. Is it horrifically bad to where it's one of the worst Sonic games ever made, like how some people try to make it out to be? No. It's still a pretty polished game. It's just, it didn't really, like I said, it's disappointing. That's the best word to describe Sonic 4, in my opinion. But, you know, there are always going to be those people who like to exaggerate. That's how the Sonic fan base is. If one game just does not please them entirely, 100% whatsoever, it's not a good game, or it's a terrible game. Like, you see some people who are like, oh, I don't like Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors is a terrible game. It's like, what the heck? Sonic Colors was like the first good Sonic game we got in forever. Why don't you like Sonic Colors? Oh, it had too much 2D. It's like, what? So, just because you don't like 2D as much, it's a bad game. Yes, yes. This is why people love listening to the Sonic fanbase. That's why we're such a credible source of criticism. But no, seriously, like, you know, everyone has preference and all that stuff. That's understandable, but, you know, instead of just being like something's just downright bad, instead just be like, I wasn't too fond of it, but I wouldn't say it's bad. At least that's how I've always felt. You know, there are a lot of Sonic games that are... What the... Hello? I'm so tired of looping right now. What is going on? Oh my god. Whoa! I didn't even know this game had bottomless pits! So, it's funny. I was playing this game earlier, and I was talking about how I don't think there's even a bottomless pit in this game, because I didn't die to one once, and then look at that. I ended up dying to one on my second playthrough this stage. Okay. Well, you know what? First time for everything. And at least I actually showed off whether or not this game had bottomless pits, so there you go. But this game honestly does feel really fair difficulty-wise. Like, it doesn't feel like it's unfair by any means. Like I said, maybe I would say the enemy placement is sometimes just a little bit cheap, considering how, you know, it is a Sonic game and you're going to be going fast and all that stuff, and because you're going fast, you're more prone to getting hit because, yeah, there are just a lot of enemies around here that you can't just really spin dash through or whatever if you want. And sometimes, some things just come by so fast you can't even see or react fast enough, so it's like, you gotta be really careful. But I guess that's how it is with some Sonic games. Anyway, though, that is it for Act 3 right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time to move on to the boss. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, Sonic 4, I think it was actually a pretty decent series. Would have loved to have seen another one, because if you all gotta admit, okay, Sonic 4 Episode 1, it was in the direction of a 2D Sonic game. And we probably could have gotten even more 2D Sonic games if, you know, like people actually wanted more. But you know, Sega over time, they kind of listened to fans and all that stuff, and they tried to fix the problems that people complained about. So in Sonic 4 Episode 2, they definitely worked on the physics. That was the big thing that they focused on more than anything, because so many fans, you know, spoke. And yeah, we got better physics, but then, you know, when they actually did deliver that to us, then yeah, it was still bad in people's eyes because it didn't please them in this area or that area. Though I will say that Sonic 4 Episode 2 in some ways was a little bit maybe bland at some points, and there were a lot of things that Dimps did that were very, very Dimps, like adding 20 speed boosters in one section for no goddamn reason, like stuff like that. That's very Dimps-like, but it's nowhere near as bad as some of the 3DS games that Dimps has made. Dominic room? Alright, let's do this. It's time for the Rocky, this Rocky Ride boss. I think that's what this place is called. I always forget. Alright, so we gotta go ahead and hit that little pimple right there. Pop that cyst wide open. Yeah, let's party, dude. It's freaking nasty. Alright, so now that that's done, okay, so the boss fights are pretty finicky when it comes to where you're actually supposed to hit Eggman. You can't just kind of hit the boss in one specific area. God dang it. See there? That's what I'm talking about when I talk about how, you know, the boss fights really aren't that difficult. It's just, you know, with how some of them are designed and whatnot, and the different projectiles that come out, you can find yourself getting a little bit clumsy and end up hurting yourself on some really easy stuff like that right there. Okay, but now I just need to get my ring so that I can keep on living. But, yeah, so it's pretty finicky. What you have to do is kind of like hit Eggman and like directly hit Eggman. You can't just hit his cockpit. You actually have to hit Eggman. So it makes it a little bit difficult to get this freaking big, large McBucket, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this no matter what. And there we go. That's it, fam. But yeah, sometimes you will be hitting Eggman and you think you're hitting Eggman, but the game won't register it because you kind of have to like hit his bald head. Like, you have to hit directly on his bald head.